Okay, welcome back to the peaceful protest. Now we're continuing on as we wrap up Exodus with Exodus 39, making the vestments for the priesthood. You ready? Let's get into it. And the blue and purple and scarlet stuff they made finely wrought garments for ministering in the holy place. They made the holy garments for Aaron, as the Lord had commanded Moses. And he made the ephod of gold, blue, and purple, and scarlet stuff, and fine twined linen. And gold leaf was hammered out and cut into threads to work into the blue and purple and the scarlet stuff, and into the fine twined linen in skilled design. They made for the ephod shoulder pieces, joined to it at its two edges. And the skillfully woven band upon it, to gird it on, was of the same materials and workmanship of gold, blue, and purple, and scarlet stuff, and fine twined linen, as the Lord had commanded Moses. The onyx stones were prepared, enclosed in settings of gold filigree, and engraved like the engravings of a signet, according to the names of the sons of Israel. And he set them on the shoulder pieces of the ephod, to be stones of remembrance for the sons of Israel, as the Lord had commanded Moses. He made the breastpiece in skilled work, like the work of the ephod, of gold, blue, and purple, and scarlet stuff, and fine twined linen. It was square. The breastpiece was made double, a span its length and a span its breadth, then doubled. And they set in it 4 rows of stones, a row of sardius, topaz, and carbuncle was the first row. In the second row, an emerald, a sapphire, and a diamond. And the third row, a jacinth, an agate, and an amethyst. And the fourth row, a beryl, an onyx, and a jasper. They were enclosed in settings of gold filigree. There were 12 stones with their names according to the names of the sons of Israel. They were like signets, each engraved with its name for the 12 tribes. And they made on the breastpiece twisted chains like cords of pure gold. And they made 2 settings of gold filigree and 2 gold rings, and put the 2 rings on the 2 edges of the breastpiece. And they put the 2 cords of the gold in the 2 rings at the edges of the breastpiece. 2 ends of the 2 cords they had attached to the 2 settings of filigree. Thus they attached it in front of the shoulder pieces of the ephod. Then they made 2 rings of gold and put them at the 2 ends of the breastpiece, on its inside edge next to the ephod. And they made 2 rings of gold and attached them in front of the lower part of the 2 shoulder pieces of the ephod, at its joining above the skillfully woven band of the ephod. And they bound the breastpiece by its rings to the rings of the ephod with a lace of blue, so that it should lie upon the skillfully woven band of the ephod, and that the breastpiece should not come loose from the ephod, as the Lord had commanded Moses. He also made the robe of the ephod woven olive blue, and the opening of the robe in it was like the opening in a garment, with a binding around the opening, that it might not be torn. On the skirts of the robe they made pomegranates of blue and purple and scarlet stuff and fine twined linen. They also made bells of pure gold, and put the bells between the pomegranates upon the skirts of the robe round about. Between the pomegranates, a bell and a pomegranate, a bell and a pomegranate, round about upon the skirts of the robe for ministering, as the Lord had commanded Moses. They also made coats woven of fine linen for Aaron and his sons, and the turban of fine linen, and the caps of fine linen, and the linen breeches of fine twined linen, and the girdle of fine twined linen, and of blue and purple and scarlet stuff, embroidered with needlework, as the Lord had commanded Moses. And they made the plate of the holy crown of pure gold, and wrote upon it an inscription, like the engraving of a signet, holy to the Lord. And they tied it to a lace of blue, to fasten it on the turban above, as the Lord had commanded Moses. Now in Exodus 39:32, the work completed. Let's continue. Thus all the work of the tabernacle of the tent of meeting was finished, and the people of Israel had done according to all the Lord had commanded Moses. So had they done. And they brought the tabernacle to Moses, the tent and all its utensils, its hooks, its frames, its bars, its pillars, and its bases, the covering of tanned ram skins and goat skins, and the veil of the screen, the ark of the testimony with its poles and its mercy seat, the table with all its utensils and the bread of the presence, the lampstand of pure gold and its lamps with the lamps set and all its utensils, and the oil for the light, the golden altar, the anointing oil, and the fragrant incense, and the screen for the door of the tent, the bronze altar and its grating of bronze, its poles and all its utensils, the laver and its base, the hangings of the court, its pillars and its bases, and the screen for the gate of the court, its cords and its pegs, and all the utensils for the service of the tabernacle, for the tent of meeting, and finally worked garments for ministering in the holy place, the holy garments for Aaron the priest, and the garments of his sons to serve as priests, according to all that the Lord had commanded Moses. So the people of Israel had done all the work, and Moses saw all the work, and behold, they had done it, as the Lord had commanded. So had they done it, and Moses blessed them. Exodus 39. Thanks for joining us. Stick around. Next, we've got Exodus 40, which wraps up the book of Exodus. God bless you.